Hi everyone! Today I thought I would jump on to talk about the benefits of treasure baskets for babies. A lot of people ask, what is a treasure basket? What's it all about? And it's a really simple thing that you can put together at home that offers a really wide range of experiences for your little one. I've quickly thrown one together today and I thought I would just take you through what is a treasure basket, why do we do it, how do you do it, and what's the benefits of it really. So a treasure basket is a basket full of all sorts of things that offer children a really wide range of sensory experiences. So in here we've got things like pine cones, we've got a whisk, a paintbrush, a toothbrush, and there's all sorts of things that are full of texture, smells, they make sounds, and they really offer children lots of different stimulus to be able to explore and learn a little bit about the world around them. A lot of people ask, but why do we do this? What's the difference between this and say opportunities that plastic toys offer? And really, predetermined or plastic toys only offer so many avenues of exploration. So if you imagine you had a bowl of plastic fruit and you closed your eyes and you went through them, what would you feel? What would you hear? What weight would you have? The difference you'd be able to tell between them is very minimal. Whereas if you imagine you did the same thing, but you had a basket full of real fruits, pineapples, oranges, bananas, just through exploring the texture of them, the weight, the smell, with your eyes closed, you'd be able to figure out what those items are that are in the basket. And really that's what these baskets offer, is really that high sensory input for children without even realising it, as they're lifting things, mouthing things. They're really practising coordination skills and balancing skills. They'll also be looking at size, shape, texture, smell. There's lots of different things that something so simple like a duster for the kitchen floor can offer for a child. And at home, these are something that you can quickly put together from simple things that you would find, in your day-to-day life. Really, you could add anything to it as long as it doesn't pose a safety risk to your little one. So, simple things like a whisk, metal spoons, wooden spoons from your kitchen. We all know babies love keys, so a simple set of keys on a ring. You can have things from the garden. Preferably you want to go for things that are able to be sterilised or are new before they're going to be used elsewhere. So tennis balls, rugby balls, footballs. You might look for empty perfume bottles. They're a great one because they have a lot of obviously smell to them, but they're not going to be able to ingest anything. Also anything that's like a container, so you might have empty cardboard boxes from deliveries, milk tins, if they're cleaned out with lids on, they're amazing. It helps children to make links between objects that they can no longer see and start building up their understanding that even though they can't see an object anymore, it's still there. That enveloping opportunity by putting things in and closing them in that tin. You also could have things that make sounds, crinkly fabrics, scarves that are hanging up with coats in the cupboard. All those things coming together offer so many opportunities for your little one to explore. And they don't have to necessarily be all the same. At nursery we do offer children sometimes things like this where it's just a real mishmash of objects for them to explore. Sometimes we'll have items where they are all, for example, wooden, or they're all metallic. And you can do that as well if you wanted to, but equally, if you did just want to go around the house, either if you've got, a nice basket, if you don't, it doesn't matter. You might be able to use, again, like a delivery box, but it's a little bit bigger. You want something that's sturdy enough for your little one to be able to kind of rough around a bit, but it's not going to tip on itself. something they can really get into, really rummage into. But you can use anything, it doesn't just have to be a basket. And the other thing really is kind of when and how do you do it? The important thing is it's a time for your little one to just fully get engrossed, engaged and be exploring. And some children will see something like this for the first time and be straight in there, so excited, they want to know everything about everything in this basket. And there are some children that will see it and think, oh my gosh, I do not know what this is and I'm really not keen. And those children will need a bit of support. All babies love exploring, but sometimes they just need that little bit of help to be confident in exploring and how to use certain, resources and materials. Normally we encourage treasure baskets to be an independent exploration and to try and hold back a little bit from, helping them or having like a running commentary of what they're doing. But equally, if your little one is overwhelmed and they're thinking, oh my gosh, and they're sat there just staring at it, feel free to be involved with them. You can pick items up and even just do silly things like start pinging things or connecting things, banging things together to get that spark going. And once they do start, having a real good rummage around and pulling things out, that's a great time to then just come away that little bit and let them fully explore on their own. Definitely I would introduce it in short bursts if it's not something that they're used to. There's a lot for them to take in from this treasure basket. Their minds are going to be making connections and developing 100 miles a minute. So I would go for, a few minutes at a time. If they're fully engrossed, leave them with it. But as soon as you find that they're waning, it's a perfect time to move them into a different activity and pop this away for another day. Another great thing as well is you can use the same objects repetitively for quite a while. For a developing brain, it takes a lot of time of revisiting the same things before those connections are made. So don't think, oh, well, they've had all these things, so I'm going to have to put them all away and I'm going to have to find something else, because they will come back to this more times than, you could probably imagine before they really have a solidified idea of, what an object might be able to do, the capabilities of things. This will fascinate them for a long, long time. So don't worry about it kind of coming to an end very quickly. The best thing is once your little one's kind of able to sit, be quite stable in themselves so they can really get in and be exploring, that's a great time to start introducing treasure baskets. Allowing them to explore independently. Some children will be in a treasure basket for an hour, even longer at times. It's a real enriching resource that you can put together at home. So that's just a quick oversight really of treasure baskets at nursery. We'd love to see if you do make any of your own. Please feel free to send us pictures via the Facebook page or on our website. We'd love to see you all have a go at this at home, and we hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye bye.